You know what used to drive me crazy? And believe me, it's a short drive. It's when I would order components for a guitar, and let's say I wanted everything to be gold, or black, or chrome, or nickel, or whatever. And all those parts would come in, and they would all look different. They all had slightly different shades of whatever color finish I was going for. And that just drove me crazy because I felt like, if this is going to be a premium, expensive guitar, the customer is going to expect everything to match. Well, I came up with a couple of strategies which I put into play on a regular basis when I'm ordering these components and I need all that finish color to match. On guitars that I'm going to be selling as spec guitars, what I'll do is I will try to order all the components from one manufacturer. Or I should say, I try to make sure that one manufacturer is making all those components. And I'm talking about the bridge, the tuners, strap buttons, knobs, switches, jack plates, and so on. I try to make sure that they're all coming from the same manufacturer. Now that's not always possible because not every manufacturer makes all the different components on an electric guitar. Or if they do, maybe they don't make quite the right component that you need for a particular guitar. In that case, what I do is I still try to make sure as many of the components as possible are coming from one manufacturer. But then I purchase everything from the same retailer. And then what I'll do is I try to establish a relationship with somebody at that retailer so that when I order the parts, I can let them know what I'm trying to accomplish and what's important. And then they will try to pull the parts and make sure that they all match. And if they come across, let's say a pickup cover or a strap button that doesn't match the other components, they'll let me know what to expect. And I can either go ahead and make that purchase, or I can try sourcing that one part from somewhere else and hope that I can get it to match. Now, if it's imperative that these colors match as close as possible, and the guitar that I'm building is going to a customer who is expecting everything to match, and they're paying for everything to match, what I'll do is I'll order all the components, everything in chrome. Why chrome? Because it's cheaper. It's the cheapest finish. And what I'll do is as soon as those parts come in is I'll completely disassemble them. I'll take the bridge apart, I'll completely disassemble the tuners, and then I'll take all those parts that are going to be plated and throw them in a box, and I'll take them to a local plating company and I'll tell them what it is I'm trying to accomplish. And I'll stress how I need to have the shades of gold or black or whatever match as close as possible. And depending on the situation, they can offer some different solutions to achieve that. Sometimes it's plating, sometimes it's powder coating. There's a variety of different anodizing. There's a variety of different things that you can do to achieve different looks. But what you want to try to do is make sure that everything matches. And going to a local plater will at least get you closer to that possibility. And most of your cities, worldwide in fact, have at least a couple of companies that do plating. So you want to find out who locally is capable of doing a variety of different kinds of finishes, and a company that has a good reputation. If you can't find somebody local, if you're out in the middle of the sticks somewhere, you can always box it up and ship it to a company that has a good reputation for plating. I'm not going to give you any names of companies because that's something you can find out on your own. But that I think is the best approach. And those are just the two methods that I use when I'm trying to get all my component colors to match.